You are now tuned into the podcast. Guaranteed to make you laugh. You are now tuned into the podcast. Go and comment real fast. You are now tuned into the podcast. Hit that like button. You are now tuned into the podcast. It's the session, little baby. It's the Sesh Podcast.
Corey Holcomb's reaction.
He thought we might get struck.
Man. So with that,
that's you, sister. Won the national championship.
Oh, this is my nigga self-talk.
No, they invited
self-talk, man.
her opponent, who happened to be a Caucasian woman, to the White House.
Caitlin Clark.
They invited both teams.
They invited.
And they usually
both.
invite just the champions, don't they?
They wanted to give home.
Oh, the games that they play, dog.
Oh my
Man.
God, that is a slap in the face, dog. That is so disrespectful to say, oh, tell Iowa to come too. Man, I hope
I
y'all
wouldn't
don't
even go.
Don't go to that. Don't go to that. Them people are not for you, man. Why don't they just invite Iowa and say we wanted Iowa to come because they're Caucasian? Why can't they just speak from the heart?
Right.
We're rooting for the Caucasian girl because Caucasian people have basically, we run the world. So now that there's a Caucasian girl who can play, that girl from Iowa can play like a.
Yeah.
Why don't you just say we'd rather had a white girl here and y'all go down to Martin Luther King Boulevard and we'll pay for y'all rib tip dinner? Why don't you just say that? Why don't you come from the heart? Why you gotta dog them out and say they got to be there with Iowa? That ain't right. That ain't right. You know the history of racist media and sports. I'm saying like all this stuff that's happening with the sisters in this NCAA tournament because they tried to get this NCAA tournament with the girls so much publicity. The championship game was before the men. They did everything they could to promote this, but the racism is coming out. She should not have to go if she was going to go. I don't think she's going to go because she seemed like a sister who's self-aware of what it really is. She put on the internet like when they was like both teams gonna go, she was like, that's a joke. I hope she don't go.
The other girl refused too.
That's,
And she's trying.
I love that.
Praise to the other player, black player.
Well, she's trying to be cool, so when she in the locker room with the other greats, because it ain't gonna be a lot of whites in there. Let me tell you something. What the racist women basketball association did. Let me tell you what they did. This past Olympics. Because they wanted the team to be colorful. They got the top, this past Olympics, you know, when this past female Olympic team, this is what they did. They wanted the team to be colorful. So they let this old, I think her name, Sue Bird, old from Seattle,
old bitch.
She was playing that, be on the team over the top female players.
What?
Let me just tell you what happened.
They let her play or just to join?
They picked her. She stands out the most because she was past her prime, but they wanted her to be on the USA team because it colorizes the team. So what they did, they had an exhibition game between the girls who supposed to be playing with the USA team. They beat the USA team because the best players for the girls, some of them were excluded to make room for the Caucasian players. Anybody who know about WNBA basketball, and it ain't a lot of people who know about it. No, I'm saying a fact. It's a girl, she played for, I forgot she played for, she got some real black lips. But this is the rawest, this is one of the rawest point guards, female, out there. I can't think of her name. She won a national championship. When she didn't make the team, she couldn't believe it. I saw how embarrassed she was. It was like, oh, this racism has always been in this game, man. They want to display Caucasian players, but here's the fact. I'm not against the girl from Iowa going to the White House. There's a reason they call it the White House. Okay? Let her go. Let her go, but we need our own awards. I hope the sisters who play for LSU don't show up at the White House, and I hope they all send their invitations, mail